Good morning, everyone. How's it going? It's My Guy Knows a Guy on the Frenzy Sports YouTube channel. It's another day in the NBA. Quick break yesterday. Shout out to Kansas. They came back and won the national championship in the NCAA men's basketball tournament against North Carolina. But, we're back to professional basketball today. Big slate. We only have, I believe, 6 more full game schedules left in the regular season before the playoffs begin. Just before we get started, if you guys can, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching. I'm going to give you guys some quick picks for today's schedule. Hope everyone's feeling great. Let's attack the schedule. It's pretty fun times up here. Yesterday was the first day for sports betting legalization in Ontario. So it's pretty exciting. Get to try some products that a lot of my friends down in America have been enjoying for a while. So definitely send me some recommendations on the books that you guys have been using, and just maybe something maybe there's something I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot that I don't know about some of these platforms that are coming. It's really a new, I'd say a new era, I guess, up in Ontario in Canada. So just best of luck to everyone. Good morning. Let's stay positive and let's stay as consistent as possible. Let's try to attack the schedule. The playoffs are right around the corner. Big matchups. There's still some posturing going on in the standings. A lot of teams still have incentive, especially at the bottom of the standings towards the postseason. There are a lot of teams that are trying to put themselves in a position to only have to play possibly one game in the play-in tournament as opposed to 2 games. There are a couple of matchups like that. Unfortunately, I did intend on going live at 10 a.m. Like normal, but my computer was updating to a new operating system. It took over an hour. So if something is stuttering or something, let me know in the chat. Let's get to it. Good morning, Jay Wells, Brandon. How's it going, fam? John, AF Bets. Derek, how's it going? Finesse the Books. What's going on, bro? What's going on? Send me the link later for Spaces as well. Yesterday I was kind of just out and about, but I want to join the conversation later. So let me know what's going on. Go check out Finesse the Books. This guy said if they stop rigging the games, it would be easy payday for us all day. Hey, my friend. Hey, it's crazy, bro. I was gonna repeat something my friend told me a while ago, but there's really no point. You think they're in an excellent spot tonight? I don't know. I may be on the other side there, bro. But hey, it's just one game. Let's get to it, actually. So we can start off with, I'll go straight to the games that I have picks in. Let me just scroll down so you can see the projected starting lineups for some of the games tonight. We have the Minnesota Timberwolves hosting the Washington Wizards. I have a couple of props in this game. I didn't pick a side, although the T-Wolves, they're entering a period right now, as we saw with their game against the Rockets, where their schedule is getting a bit easier. They did have a very, very difficult time last week against the Celtics, the Nuggets, and the Raptors. The Nuggets, they won, but they went 1-2 in some critical games. Now their schedule is softening just a bit. I'm projecting a couple of decent props in this game, and I'll explain why. A couple of decent opportunities. One is Jared Vanderbilt. Okay, he in the paint. Kristaps Porzingis. He's going to be a bit overwhelmed having to guard Vanderbilt and Towns, who are clearly much more athletic than him at this point. Porzingis has been a very efficient scorer for the Wizards in his short tenure for them. But I'm actually projecting a decent game for Jared Vanderbilt today. I like the athleticism that he presents for the front line of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay. So, I believe his line's a bit low. He went under. He's coming off of a couple of games underwhelming performances, but I saw what he's able to do against flat-footed defenders. There was a point in the game where Chris Boucher was guarding him last week in the Raptors T-Wolves game, and he was pretty flat-footed. Jared Vanderbilt was really running at him. 7.5, I think it's a bit low. It's at plus 100 at some books. But I went ahead and sprinkled Jared Vanderbilt over 7.5 points against the Washington Wizards. Let's say the T-Wolves do continue their positive recent run of form, and they go up big against the Wizards. Out of the starting core, Jared Vanderbilt is the one that will still play big minutes deep into the game, possibly Anthony Edwards, but he has had a sore knee. They've been pulling him early in a couple of the games. So I placed a small bet on Jared Vanderbilt of the Minnesota Timberwolves over 7.5 points against the Washington Wizards. Let's see how that goes today. I didn't place it yet, but I have it listed. It's just I'm projecting points in this game, pace. I just don't know if let's say they do get blown out. It's a large spread here. He's a veteran. Will he be playing deep into the game? I'll probably tweet it out if I play it. This next one is not official just yet, but I did have Kentavious Caldwell-Pope over 2.5 threes plus 120 listed, and Corey Kispert over 1.5 threes listed. I'll probably end up playing one of the two because the pace and the style of play that the T-Wolves like to play with in transition, opening the floor. Defensively, they haven't been, we saw it at the end of the game. The Rockets were able to run up the floor at a rapid pace and create a lot of three-point shots by attacking the paint late in the game. The T-Wolves sort of took their foot off the gas pedal, but I think it's just a style of play. They play at such a fast pace. The T-Wolves, sometimes they don't set their defense in time, but their offense is so explosive that they've been taking some teams out, as we saw in the Nuggets game, as we saw in the Rockets game where they put up big points. So my play in this game that I've actually bet on so far is Jared Vanderbilt over 7.5 points against the Washington Wizards tonight. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Hit like for me, everyone, if you can. Help the video get as many likes as possible. We're gonna move on to another game today. It's the Toronto. Let me scroll up on the injury report so you guys can see the picture that I'm seeing. You can already see it actually. OG Anunoby is a game time decision today. He's questionable. Okay, we have an Atlanta Hawks team that is starting. I would say, although they've played better defense as of late, it's not the best defensive unit, in my opinion. Okay, when you throw out Luau Cabarro out there in your starting lineup, we do have Bogdanovic as a game time decision. Gallinari is a game time decision tonight as well. OG Anunoby is a game time decision. This is a big game for both teams. The Hawks, at the bare minimum, they have at least position themselves for at least a play-in berth, right? Mathematically, they could still catch the 6th seed, but it's highly unlikely. But what they can play for, something that is more realistic, is they can put themselves in position to only have to play one play-in tournament game as opposed to two. Right now, they're towards the bottom. I believe they're 9th. I'll check. I'll just double check right now. But yeah, no, they're 8th, but it's a dogfight. All those teams essentially have almost nearly the same record, except for the Cavs. The Cavs have some separation. They have a 1-game lead over the Hornets, 1-game lead over the Nets. They're trying to put themselves in position to have to play less games. They are playing much better basketball as of late. Okay, but I took a bit of risk here. I'm not going to lie. It may not be the most popular pick, especially after what they did in the fourth quarter against the Miami Heat. But I rode with my hometown squad today. I took the Toronto Raptors -3.5. I am very hopeful. I'm very, very hopeful that OG Anunoby will come back to play in this game, but I jumped ahead of the odds movement just in case that does happen. Now, obviously, the risk that I paid for is that OG doesn't play. This is a very explosive unit when he does play. He was playing spectacularly over the previous 5 games before this minor injury popped up again. Okay, so just when it comes to the style of play, the Hawks did blow the Raptors out 127-100. There is a bit of a revenge factor, but the Raptors, you can make the case that they're equally, if not even more motivated than the Hawks are today. Today they're coming off of a loss that were in a game in which they were in control of for 75% of the game, 3/4 of the game. This is a Raptors team that bounces back very, very well after losses. If OG comes tonight, I think they're going to blow the Hawks out. I'm going to say that right now. They're going to win this game by double digits against the Hawks if OG comes back. But I feel like the Raptors can still take these guys out without OG. OG, out of the top 4 guys in the roster, was the only loss that the Raptors were somewhat able to absorb. They did have a dominant stretch without OG. You can't say that for a lot of the other players on the team. When Pascal Siakam was out, the team fell apart. When Gary Trent Jr. was out, even the team wasn't performing the same offensively. You can say the same thing for Fred VanVleet. OG is a nearly complete basketball player right now. He's extremely underrated. We're going to need him today, but I just feel like the Raptors are going to apply too much pressure. Clint Capella is going to be overwhelmed. Fred VanVleet is starting to look fresh. Pascal Siakam is still in high form. I like the Raptors today to cover the -3.5. And, this line will probably go up maybe by only 0.5 point, possibly 1 full point if OG plays. But then on the flip side, you have a team with Gallinari and Bogdanovic are a game time decision for the Hawks as well. This is they were highly impactful. They were highly impactful against the Nets the other day. Highly impactful. But today I'm riding with the Raptors -3.5. That's the play in this game. I do also have. I didn't play this one yet, but I just want to share the research. I do think Scotty Barnes will go over 3.5 assists. I may be adding that later. He has a dynamic skill set as a playmaking big, even though he's a rookie. Clint Capella is, he's too flat-footed, bro. Clint Capella is really good at help defense, straight up rim protection. But Scotty Barnes, if they're ever in a matchup situation, Scotty Barnes will probably be able to create rather easily for his teammates tonight. It's somewhat juiced at -135, but I think Scotty Barnes will go over that 3.5 assists. If I end up playing this, it'll be a smaller bet. Let's see what you guys are saying. Yeah, I think so as well. I think the Raptors close out tonight against the Hawks. I think the Hawks are playing some of their best basketball as of late. Hey, what they did against the Nets was highly impressive. But it's all about matchups. It's all about styles. And I just feel like the Raptors they have too much wing athleticism. They have too much of a transition defense. Their transition defense is playing pretty well. They're getting back and setting their defense. Trae Young's been playing pretty well. I think Kevin Huerter has a bounce back game today. Last game was his only down game probably in the previous 6 or 7 games when it comes to his points prop. I do think Kevin Huerter has a strong chance to bounce back today on the Hawks side. I will say that. That's what's up, bro. Best of luck in the game. We'll see how it goes tonight. I'm with the Raptors, -3.5. Okay. 1 second. Moving on. Let's see what we have next. Okay, I do want to talk about the Nets-Rockets game. It seems to be a very, very popular betting game today, just from what I'm seeing on social media. So we have a Nets team that is far, far below the public expectations preseason and during the season. The odds makers have continually tricked the public, even myself at times, with overly inflated lines due to the star power of the Brooklyn Nets, okay? This is a team that it's going to be difficult for them to not dominate tonight. I'll be honest. The Houston Rockets are a special kind of bad. I watched some of the game in the second night of the 1-1 series against the Kings recently, and they were in control of the game for most of the time. I swear this team doesn't want to win. They don't want to win. They took everyone out while they were winning against the Kings the other day in the second game. Like, this team doesn't want to win. They don't want to compete. This is a very, very large spread, though. I just want to be honest with everyone. I'm seeing a lot of people take the Rockets on social media, not knocking anyone's bets. It's pretty good. It's a pretty solidly profitable, highly profitable bet to fade the Nets at home. But just remember that you're betting, if you take the Rockets, you're betting on a team that institutionally, they don't want to win. They don't want to win. Okay, they're trying to develop players. They're taking players out that are having good performances. They're letting Jalen Green they're throwing Jalen Green to the Wolves, Alperen Şengün to the Wolves, 2 rookies. Their 2 best players right now are rookies, Jalen Green and Alperen Şengün, okay? So with that said, if the Nets want to, they can completely crush these guys today. Completely crush them today. I don't care how poorly they've been playing. The Houston Rockets cannot defend the 3. They can't defend the paint. They can't defend anything. Their 2 highest usage players are rookies. They're not like the OKC Thunder. The OKC Thunder tricked me the other day with a very, very poor lineup. I believe that lineup, the Thunder, after watching them for 2 games now, I believe that lineup would take this Rockets lineup out, this particular lineup, okay? But at the same time, when it just comes from an investment standpoint, it's very difficult to back the Nets with what they've done at home this season. Hold on, I might have to get rid of this thing on the screen. I just noticed my face is like stuttering on the screen. It looked crazy. But anyways, yeah, hit the like button. Hit like everyone. Subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching. It's NBA Betting Today live stream on on the Frenzy Sports YouTube channel, the Sports Predictions channel. Plenty of content on the way as well. Make sure you have notifications on the channel. Some interesting stuff for baseball coming as well. Let's get into the baseball season for the baseball bettors. Obviously, I love the NBA, but I had fun betting baseball last season. So there's some stuff. I have some content coming. We're trying to get money any way we can. Let's go. Let's attack the markets. So, yeah, my face is stuttering. It looks crazy on the screen. I might actually just Yeah, I'm back on. My face looks crazy though. Good morning to everyone. Hope everyone's staying positive. Hope everyone's feeling great. Let's go. So far, if you're just joining the stream, I have bet on the Toronto Raptors -3.5. I bet on where is it right here? Jared Vanderbilt. This is a smaller bet, over 7.5 points. And I listed a couple of leans. You can definitely rewind on that. I have another bet as well to share, and it's the actually I'm talking about the Nets game. Basically, what I want to say is I'm going to wait for this one until a bit later. I'm going to lock it in. I will be tweeting my card as well on Twitter. I'm going to have to change my camera on the screen. I updated my computer today, and it's actually really making me mad. You guys will see the full green screen behind me now. Yeah, you guys can see the whole full bootleg green screen behind me. So let's continue, everyone. I'll actually get out of here because I'm having technical difficulties. I really apologize to everyone on the stream. I have 2 more picks to share, and I'm going to get out of here having some technical difficulties. But at least you guys can hear me, so let's continue. My next pick is a smaller bet once again on the Heat and the Hornets under 226.5. This is a matchup that continually goes under. The Hornets have an explosive offense. They continually go over. They've been a solid over bet this season. But the one team that has posed defensive nightmares in terms of the matchups for them is the Miami Heat, a divisional matchup. And I think the Miami Heat will have enough to suppress the Hornets tonight and keep this game under. Whether or not, this is not an endorsement of a winner, a clear-cut winner in this game, but I am betting on this trend to continue. I'm taking the Heat and the Hornets under 226.5 here. This is their nightmare. This is the one nightmare for the Charlotte Hornets in terms of head-to-head matchups. A lot of people are game-time decisions in this game, okay? A lot of people are game-time decisions in this game, but I'm still projecting a bit of a slower-paced game as we're compared to what we're usually used to seeing from the Hornets, okay? So the main reason is because the Heat are very, very good at defending the pick and roll, which is, LaMelo Ball, he hasn't been able to really break through against the Heat just yet in his career. I've watched a couple of these Hornets Heat matchups. Eric Spoelstra knows what he's doing against Borrego. It's a full lineup, no injuries for the Hornets. Big game for them as well. They're jockeying for position in the play-in tournament. After allowing so many points in their prior game, let me just get the exact reference. Yeah, my bad. It was so many days. 144 points against the Philadelphia 76ers. By force, they have to just play at a slower pace. That's absolutely embarrassing in an NBA game that doesn't go to overtime to get beat by that margin. They like to run in transition. This is a Heat team, just like the Raptors, that's able to set their defense in time in transition. Give me this one here to go under. I know I'm pretty much rambling on this one here, but I like this one to go under 226.5. I will be monitoring this one for a live betting opportunity as well. Okay, and now my last pick is also a prop. It comes in the matchup between the Spurs and the Denver Nuggets. All right, we have DeJounte Murray out once again. Greg Popovich, very, very mysterious coach right now. Mysterious decisions, unpredictable decisions right now with his lineups. The Spurs, they were able to get by the Blazers without Murray, but the Nuggets, this is an entirely different beast. I'm not sure if this will be a letdown spot today for the Nuggets, but I'm taking a prop in this game, a player that let people down against the Blazers when DeJounte Murray was out. I didn't bet him that day, but it is a player that I have familiarity and success with in his points prop. In a lot of matchups when Murray is playing, but I really do think that today he will break through against the Denver Nuggets. So I placed a bet on Devin Vassell of the San Antonio Spurs over 14.5 points. I placed this quarter unit bet here, a quarter unit bet on Devin Vassell. He has the toolkit. This kid has a bright future, a really bright future. When the speed picks up, which is what Denver likes to do, especially since March 1st, they're in top 5 in the NBA in pace since March 1st. The Denver Nuggets, this is a game that actually suits the Spurs, when it comes to the pace of play. They just don't have their main guy, DeJounte Murray, out, who will be able to attack the defense. But Devin Vassell, I'm taking him over 14.5 points. He's a solid shooter. His effective field goal numbers are very second best on the team. He's playing very well so far this season. I believe he's going to get a decent-sized contract as well. I'm not going to say he's a matchup nightmare for the Denver Nuggets, but he does pose a problem with how easy he is able to get to the paint, and he's a sneaky three-point shooter as well. So I'm taking Devin Vassell over 14.5 points, plus 100 odds for a sprinkle right there against the Denver Nuggets. I'm actually going to get out of here now. This was NBA betting today. Kind of mad at the technical difficulties, but I will get it together. Best of luck to everyone on their bets. It is NBA betting today on the Frenzy Sports YouTube channel, the Sports Predictions channel, and it's Tuesday, April 5th. It's My Guy Knows a Guy. Make sure you check me out on Twitter. I will post my card on Twitter as well. Help the video get as many likes as possible. Today I'm running with the Raptors minus 3.5 for a full bet there. I'm going with Devin Vassell over 14.5 points, plus 100. Smaller bet there. Half unit on the Heat and the Hornets under 226.5. I like that one a lot. And I also like, for a smaller bet, sorry for the lack of unit sizing for this one. This one is also a smaller bet. Jared Vanderbilt over 7.5 points against the Washington Wizards. Check me out on Twitter. I talked about some leans as well, just kind of highlighted the matchups that I targeted today. Didn't really talk about the full card, but be very careful as well with the injury reports and the madness that's going on as well. I appreciate all the love in the chat, all the love on the live stream. Furlough, Finesse the Books, Jam Rocks, Kazi, Brandon, We the People. What's up, J Money? I didn't even see you. What's up, dog? Good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are feeling great. Can't wait to collaborate with J Money as well. We're gonna see, meant to do something a while ago, but you guys already know how life is, man. That's my brother J Money. Make sure you guys go check out that stream later on, 1 p.m. Eastern, as usual. It's called Top Pick is on the way. Make sure you guys check it out. Sending positive vibes, brother. Let's go. What's up, We the People? Timothy. What's up, bro? Akbar, my dog. Good morning, fam. Hope everyone's feeling great. OG Wham. Let's go, guys. Playoffs, big. I know everyone's ready to bring the chips out for the playoffs, man. There's some big bettors in the chat today, bro. Everyone's ready to bring the chips out for the playoffs. Let's go, guys. Team total overs. You're gonna attack some weak defenses today. Great call with that team total over trifecta too with the T-Wolves, bro. Rockets, special kind of bad. Keep an eye on Alperen Şengün, though, everyone. I know I talk about this guy probably too much. You guys are sick of Şengün now. Şengün, Christian Wood was in the way this year. He was in the way. But next year, everybody will know Şengün. Everybody will know Şengün next year. No cap, Don. How's it going? You say you like the Rockets today? Hey, I don't blame him. But the Nets, man, they need to do something, right? They need to start looking like themselves at some point. Let's get some cash, everyone. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna eat a quick meal right now. I'm actually gonna join Sosa the Locksmith on his live stream. The bro Sosa the Locksmith. I will be on his show briefly. So we'll see what's going on. I'm gonna be linking up with J Money as well at some time in the near future. You guys, make sure you guys all stay safe. Let's try to win our bets today. Stay reasonable. I'll see you guys next time on Frenzy Sports. Let's go, guys.